Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're flipping the script.
Oh, how so?
Well, instead of talking about how to do online marketing to grow your business, we're going to look at how to teach it to others.
Interesting. So like becoming the teacher instead of the student.
Exactly. And we've got this great article by Atama Anthony as our guide. It lays out four unique approaches. I mean, these aren't your typical, like, create a course and you're done kind of tips.
Sounds intriguing. A lot of people struggle with making online courses work, especially in a field that changes so rapidly.
Right. That's one of the first things Anthony addresses. And that's
Yeah.
where this whole membership model thing comes in.
Ah, yeah, the membership model.
Mhm.
It makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
Okay, so break it down for us. Why is the membership model better than, say, just selling a one-time course?
Well, think about how fast online marketing changes. I mean, algorithms update constantly, platforms evolve. What works today might be obsolete tomorrow.
So you're telling me a course someone buys could be outdated in, like, 6 months? That's got to be frustrating for everyone.
Exactly. But with a membership model, you can constantly provide updates, fresh content. It keeps people engaged and ensures they're always getting the latest info.
And it probably helps build a stronger relationship with your audience too, right? Since it's ongoing.
Absolutely. It shows them you're invested in their long-term success, not just a quick sale. Plus, there's the business side of things. Recurring revenue is way more sustainable for the teacher.
Makes sense. You're not always scrambling to launch the next big thing just to keep the lights on.
Right. And it changes the student's perspective, too. It's less like a transaction and more like joining a community, a shared learning journey.
I get it, like joining a gym versus buying a workout DVD. The membership keeps you coming back, makes it a lifestyle.
You got it.
Yeah.
So think about you know, what expertise you have that could benefit from that recurring model. What's your unique angle in online marketing?
Hmm, good question. Okay, now Anthony's second approach is a bit of a twist. It involves webinars.
Webinars. Isn't that like a super common tactic?
Yeah, but he's not talking about using them just for lead generation. He sees them as powerful teaching tools on their own.
Now that's interesting. I usually think of webinars as just a step in a sales funnel.
Me too, but think about the benefits. Webinars are live, they've got that classroom feel, even if everyone's remote. You can answer questions in real time.
You're right. That live interaction can build trust way faster than pre-recorded content.
And Anthony specifically calls out walkthroughs and screencasting as being super valuable in webinars.
Makes total sense. It's one thing to tell someone how to set up, say, a Facebook ad campaign. Showing them on your screen clicking the buttons is way more impactful.
Totally. It's like having someone look over your shoulder and guide you step by step.
Plus, you can record the webinar and offer it as a replay later. Builds up your content library.
Have you ever been to a webinar that actually felt like you were learning something, not just being sold to? What made it stand out?
The best ones I've seen go beyond theory. They give you actionable tips, real-life case studies, even templates you can use.
Practical stuff. Okay, let's shift gears again. Anthony's third approach goes one-on-one. Think high-ticket coaching.
Ah, personalized attention, tailored advice. That's where the real magic happens. But how do you make those one-on-one sessions as effective as possible?
That's where it gets interesting. Anthony's secret weapon, infographics.
Whoa, hold on. Infographics. I wouldn't have guessed that one.
I know, right? But it's brilliant. High-ticket coaching is about focus, and infographics let you convey complex info quickly without all the, like, screen-sharing chaos.
No more endless tab switching. I like that.
It keeps things clean, visual, plus, good infographics just make complex things click.
I can see it now. No more overwhelming the client with too much at once.
Exactly. And when was the last time you saw an infographic that just made something suddenly make sense?
Ooh, good question. Hold that thought because, after a quick break, we're going to tackle Anthony's fourth approach. And this one might be the most surprising of all. It involves using social media to teach. Social media to teach. That's not the first thing that comes to mind, right?
Not really, no. We usually think of social media for doing online marketing, not showing people how to do it.
Right, exactly. It's almost counterintuitive.
Totally. But Anthony makes a good point. Social media audiences are tough. Like, they're hit with so much content all the time.
Yeah, they see a lot of claims, a lot of promises. It's hard to stand out.
So how do you cut through all that noise and actually teach something? How do you get people to stop scrolling and pay attention?
You have to show them proof. not just tell them things.
Hmm.
People want to see that what you're teaching actually gets results.
Ah, so that's where case studies come in. I mean, case studies are a classic marketing tool.
Yeah, but Anthony's talking about using them specifically for teaching on social media. It's smart. Show, don't just tell.
I like it because case studies are basically stories, right? And
Well,
people love stories.
exactly. A good case study pulls people in. They see the problem, the solution, the results. It becomes real.
It's not just some theory anymore. It's like, look, this worked for this business. It can work for you too.
Yeah, and there's something powerful about seeing someone else succeed.
Yeah,
It gives you hope.
totally. And Anthony says to be sure you're using case studies that actually resonate with your audience.
Of course, got to keep it relevant.
Yeah,
If you're teaching e-commerce strategies, don't use a case study about, like, local SEO for plumbers.
makes sense. You've got to know your audience. Now, I'm curious, what are some case studies you've seen that have really stuck with you?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's usually the ones that are super clear about the results and where the problem they solved is something I can relate to.
Right, got to feel that connection.
It's funny, when you start to pay attention to what case studies grab you, you start to understand what will work for your own audience.
Reverse engineering the process. That's clever.
So we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From memberships to webinars, one-on-one coaching with infographics, and now this social media angle.
It's a lot to take in, but I think what ties all these approaches together is the focus on building real relationships.
That's a good point. It's about trust and providing real value over time.
You're not just throwing information at people and hoping it sticks. It's more like you become a guide, a mentor.
And that's how you become the go-to expert in your niche.
Right. People come to you because they know you actually care about their success. But out of these four approaches, which one felt most compelling to you?
Which one really clicked? That's the question, isn't it?
Because the best approach is going to be different for everyone. It depends on your personality, your strengths. What do you enjoy doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And once you have a sense of what feels right, you can dive deeper into the details.
Start experimenting. No need to wait for the perfect time. Just try something and see what happens. You know, it's funny. We talk about teaching, and I immediately picture like a classroom or a structured course.
Yeah, it's like this formal thing.
But the way Anthony's talking about it, it's way more flexible. Like, it could happen anywhere.
Right, anytime. You could be teaching just by, like, dropping a helpful comment online.
Or making a good Instagram post
Yeah.
explaining something. It doesn't have to be this big production.
Exactly. And that opens things up for anyone who's into online marketing.
You don't need to have, like, a PhD or be a big shot consultant if you know your stuff.
And you actually want to help people.
You can totally make an impact.
And what I love about Anthony's framework, he gives you so many different options, right?
Yeah, you can pick what suits you best.
Like, some people are amazing at building communities. The membership model would be perfect for them.
Right. Others might love that live energy, so webinars would be their thing.
Exactly. And then some people are just naturals at one-on-one coaching.
And then there's social media. It's crazy to think about the reach you can have,
It's like your own global classroom.
but you got to be smart about it, right? You can't just post random stuff and expect people to follow you.
Nope. Got to have a focus, a message, and you have to actually want to help people.
Yeah, build that trust over time. Show people you're the real deal.
Well, I think Anthony's given us a lot to chew on, both about online marketing and about teaching.
For sure. It's made me rethink some things, that's for sure.
It's like teaching is this ongoing journey, never really ends.
You're learning right alongside your students.
So no matter where you're at in your marketing journey,
Whether you're a total newbie or you've been doing this for years,
I think there's something here for everyone, some way to share what you know.
find your voice, build your platform, and most importantly, help others succeed. That's what it's all about.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's a wrap.